The head teacher of a Kent school which banned smartphones has warned his pupils are being traumatised by graphic content online. Damien McBeath, principal of the John Wallis Church of England Academy in Ashford, spoke after pupils told him they'd seen footage circulating on social media of the US political activist Charlie Kirk being shot. Speaking to the BBC, Mr McBeath said almost every pupil he'd spoken to had seen Charlie Kirk being murdered, and it's not OK. As Piers Hopkirk reports, the incident has reignited debate around smartphone use and the impact of unfiltered social media content on children.
The murder of Charlie Kirk sent shockwaves across America and a torrent of violent imagery into social media streams worldwide.
Just after the events of last week, nearly every conversation I've had with young people in the academy, many of them have seen horrific and violent footage from America and what happened at the assassination, which is deeply disturbing content, and they're being pushed, this content, through the algorithms on social media, and many of them are seeing images that are deeply disturbing, and it's being normalised.
The John Wallis Academy has banned smartphones in school, and now Brighton and Hove City Council is taking its own stand, writing to parents in the city, asking them not to give smartphones at all to children under 14.
As adults, we get harmed. We see content that we are traumatised by sometimes, and we can maybe have the skills to handle that. It's not fair to expect children to handle that.
Isn't taking smartphones away from children a step too far? Isn't this sort of nanny state stuff?
Perhaps you could call it nanny state, but I would fully support it. We are talking about protecting children from violent material, pornographic material, disordered body image material. Children need protecting from this.
At Patcham High School in Brighton, they've already banned smartphones. They're locked away in pouches and returned at the end of the day.
The smartphone ban, just instantly, you saw halls filled with laughter and talking and students, prioritising the things that really matter.
For the pupils, it's taken some adjustment.
Some of my friends were thinking, oh, I really do not want to do this. But I think in the end we all did do it, and I don't know any of my friends that haven't.
Since these pouches were introduced, children now were really focused on their learning because they didn't have the choice to look at their phone until 3 o'clock.
It took a time for people to adapt to not using their phone and not seeing, having their phone on them all the time. But then, after we got back from the summer, I think people quite adapted really well to it.
Because that's what we were doing a couple of lessons ago.
The government has sought to protect children from harmful content through the Online Safety Act. But amid doubts as to whether the internet can be effectively policed, some believe the answer lies in creating an age barrier to smartphone access.
Well, Piers is in Brighton for us this evening. Piers, this is quite a bold step by the council, isn't it, to write to all these parents. How's it gone down?
You're right, Ellie. It's unquestionably a very bold step, but I should emphasise that it is purely voluntary. What the City Council has done is it has written a letter to parents via schools asking them to sign up to a voluntary agreement that they will not buy smartphones for their children under the age of 14. So it's not legally binding. But I guess that approach really mirrors the approach of the government. They haven't sought to legislate against mobile phone ownership. Instead, they have left it to schools and to parents to make up their rules. But certainly what they're doing here in Brighton is giving parents a pretty big nudge, because what they're saying pretty explicitly is that when it comes to smartphones and young children, they do more harm than good.
Piers, thank you.